We're seeing so much more clever play at all stages of the game. ZVZs aren't 6 to 8 minutes long anymore, Kalaris, and we're seeing some great thought processes and some really cool mental paths carved through this matchup. So anyway, guys, we're on map number 2. It's Ohana. Let's get into the game.
All right, guys, spawning down in the bottom right-hand corner here as our Blue Zerg. He's currently one game down to one of the only foreign hopes left in the tournament. He goes by the name of TSL Revival.
And his opponent spawning in the top left position as the Red Zerg player, guys, representing Kurante Esports, going for an early pool. We have Vortix.
I'm telling you, man, it's Vortex. He's come close a lot of times, but I mean, this technically could be his tournament. He got just pipped at the post by Creator Prime of all people during BWC. That really shows the level right now at which Vortex is playing. He is a scary, scary man. For Pig to have taken, it was 2-1 for Pig, right? Oh, against Vortex in the group stages.
In the group,
I
think so, actually. Yeah, that was the one that Pig won, but Mafia beat Pig. So yes, you're right there.
Yeah, so like for Pig to take a game, I was so surprised. So it really shows the level of what Pig is playing at in ZVZ as well. But you know, C server, everyone and their mother is Zerg, so it's all right.
He has done fantastically though. It's really good, and he's a pretty good caster, man.
It was nice to see him casting.
Yeah, it was real. It was lots of fun.
Yeah. All right, so early pull. He was hoping for his opponent to go hatchery first. Evidently, that's not the case.
Nope.
Really can't do much damage with this at all. Unit counting station. He's just droning up. He's got the 6 lings are on the way, but there's realistically not too much he can do with this. So Revival, meanwhile, just getting his gas, getting his hatchery. He'll try and maybe nibble at the hatchery, but you still really can't deny it too much. It's very, very difficult to make work.
Vortex planting down his own hatchery as well. Whether he decides to drone up after this or potentially go for more aggression, he will want those larvae to work with, and now the lings are going to see the hatchery. From seeing the hatchery timing, he can probably already insinuate that a pool first has gone down. And look, he's not even going into the main base. He just wants to attempt to force a cancel on the hatch. But we do have some lings now popping out for Revival, and this hatch should live, I think.
Unless Vortex gets some super sick micro here, he's not going to kill it. He shouldn't be allowed to deny it at least, because there's more lings on the way. The Revival should be dancing a little bit more close than this.
It's
going to be so close.
Oh,
he's actually going to force the cancel.
He can do it.
He should have been dancing way closer to those lings. And now, actually, with the separation, a nice cancel there by Vortex.
Oh, you're completely right. With a bit more dancing from Revival, I got the impression, even if he traded and then made more lings, he should have been able to stop this. But now Vortex is getting off the links. Revival making the correct decision. Too late, and the hatch goes down a second time. This is huge.
And he's going to lose links potentially here as well. Vortex supply blocks. He actually did an extractor trick to get an extra drone out, because that's what you do at the 18 supply mark in ZVZ and actually other matchups as well nowadays. But this is actually a terrible spot for him. I mean, technically things are kind of evening up, but Vortex is ahead in the fact that he has his hatchery now up and running at his natural.
Yep, in about a minute or so, Vortex is going to start really powering up over larva used in both of those hatcheries there. And that's really going to put him in a very, very good spot going into the mid-game. I would describe what just happened, but my brain would explode. We have a little bit of counter aggression coming out of here from Revival. Unable to do anything, though, as Vortex already had a queen on the ramp to ward those away. He will finally get his hatch up, but it's so unbelievably late.
Yeah, we have 4 Zerglings on the way right now, as well as the speed. He's going to get that up and running quite quickly. So, I mean, how many... Well, let me have a quick look here. We don't have speed. Not gas being taken here from Vortex. He's... If there were any way for Revival to bring himself back into the slight deficit that he finds himself right now, speed window is one of those great aspects to go for it. He has speed now. He can dart around. Spines are going to deny a little bit of this, but he can kill a few drones here in the natural for a few lings, and that's a really good pickup here for Revival. So, you know, for all his shortcomings in the earlier stages of the game, he's trying to bring himself back in with speed. It's good.
and he's doing quite a good job of it so far. The second Spine Crawler is going to complete, though, and that really will blunt this attack quite a lot. Very frustrating when you have speed and know you can get that done, but the static DPS from those Spine Crawlers just really putting a dent in your day. We have double gas coming out from Vortix now. Also another round of drones coming in. Revival about to complete his Roach Warren.
Yeah, that Roach Warren going to be... Ooh, wait a minute. Roach Warren? Okay.
Yeah, man.
25 drones right now. He's actually just... Oh, no. Yeah, he's actually just going to potentially go really, really heavy aggression with this. Because actually, I mean, this is really, really low for the drone count that you would normally see on this map. Revival feels as if he's probably not done enough damage with that little poke. And I mean, if he'd have droned up behind it, it could have actually compensated for itself. It should have been able to equalize out. But these roaches... and I think, I mean, Vortex is already preparing more spines. God, he knows. He must know. He sees the, oh God, he sees the natural. He sees the lack of just mining at it, and now he's preparing spines as well as his Roach Warren. Vortex here is reading just the lack of actual minerals being mined, and he's reading it very, very well.
Vortex is so unbelievably smart here. He hasn't seen the roaches, and you know what? He doesn't even need to. It's going, well, hang on a second. That kind of saturation doesn't exactly look normal here. And what sick star sense. And here we go. The roaches now marching across the map. And he does make sure that Vortex isn't holding that watchtower, but Vortex already knows it's coming.
And he starts 8 roaches of his own. Those roaches are going to pop. Thanks to the reinforcement point, they're going to be very, very quick out here. Spine Crawler's going to hold for just a little bit here, along with those Zerglings. The roaches pop at exactly the right time. These roaches shouldn't be able to get too much done. Nice transfuses go down on the Spine Crawlers, keeping them alive, really limiting what Revival can do here. And everything that Revival's doing behind this is being pumped into Zerglings.
That rally point, and one word, Kalaris, one word. Crushed.
Well, I mean, behind this, what I wanted to say was that the layer is on the way. So for Revival here, this is all or nothing. If Vortex is allowed to get his layer up, because he has all 4 gas guys as being taken, income tab shows him way ahead in terms of that gas income right now. Yep. If Vortex can find the stability here and just deal with all of this aggression, he techs up, he's laughing. He's so stable right now.
Yeah, this was the kind of play really where Revival is looking at a position where he was thinking, right, even if this push doesn't work, that's okay, because he'll get up the ramp, kill a few Spine Crawlers, get some damage done. But he was not expecting Vortex to be 110% prepared for this. And look at this. The layer is up for Vortex. He's getting those upgrades for the roaches. He's also getting his 3rd hatchery down as well. Things are just going swimmingly right now for him.
Yeah, I mean, normally you can tell from other matchups, like, how people are generally doing from looking at the supplier, right? In ZVZ, that's more often than not really the case. Revival has a big mountain to climb from here. Because of how much gas Vortex has been able to mine, because of the timing of his layer, he hasn't really decided to go for any tech just yet. I think he might just go for a massive, massive mid-game Roach push with that +1 and with that Gleary Constitution, because there's not really a lot that Revival can do about it, and with that scout now, seeing that the layer's still morphing in, he knows that his opponent has no means by which to have Gleary Constitution out anytime soon, and having Gleary Constitution against your opponent not having it makes it so difficult to fight against.
Man, that really hurts. The entire time you just spoke, Vortex, like, supply blocked himself hugely. 4 Overlords popping out now. It looks like a Ling run by is going to pick off a Queen, and maybe even a couple of drones in this mineral line, actually. Vortex coming back to clean that up.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of attack that Revival needs to try and delay Vortex as much as possible.
Yeah, look at the drone counts right now. You're exactly right. Hits 39 drones to 52 drones. But the thing is that Vortex, he doesn't really care about drones anymore. He's just saying, well, here comes that Roach push.
I think
Can you really, really deal with all of this? I mean, Revival has good production. Is he going to contaminate? Please, please, please contaminate some hatcheries or layer. Just anything like that would actually limit but it's out of the way and it doesn't have energy. So that could have been cool.
Oh, +1 done for Vortex. Clear Reconstitution done for Vortex. +1 not done for Revival. Clear Reconstitution nowhere in sight. And Revival is bringing drones. He knows the situation is dire, but Vortex getting excellent surface area, and he is going to steamroller his way through this natural. GG, and Vortex goes up 2-0, match point.
This is why I like ZVZ, man.
There's
so many little things that I just adore about it. I mean, Vortex is playing really, really well. Revival, to me, seems a little on tilt. I've seen Revival better than this in ZVZ.
I agree with you completely.
So, to come back from a 2-0 deficit in a best-of-5 here against Vortex is going to be difficult for him. Vortex is looking to move on to the round of 4 if he takes this next map.
That's going to be huge. He is now one map away from the semi-finals, and also, I agree with you. I've actually seen Revival play better in online cups in his ZVZ, and maybe something's throwing him off a little bit. Maybe he's a little bit less comfortable for some reason right now. Of course, he has plenty of stage experience, of course, GSL as well. So I'm not really sure what the problem is. A lot of people, of course, say that potentially we have a little bit of randomness in ZVZ, but that has not been the case in this series at all. Vortix has simply been all over his opponent.